Hi folks, this is Sean Hyman, and I wanted to talk to you about the levels to watch on Euro Dollar. And I'm talking about long-term levels because we are on a weekly 10-year chart, so these will be very crucial long-term levels to watch. Because there's been a lot of bad press out there about the Eurozone and the Euro, and sure enough, there has been a fall off, no doubt. I mean, from basically 150 down to, sub 125, and then back up a little bit off that now. But with as bad as the Eurozone news has been, you would think the euro would be down at like one, one to the dollar or something like that, something really, really bad. And so, just remember that the euro is holding some resilience in light of all the bad. Two, two, remember that unless Germany really crumbles hard, you're probably going to see the euro supported at some point because a lot of the economic clout within the eurozone is Germany's GDP and what all it's putting out and doing. And so, with all that said, let's look at levels because as of this filming, we've bounced off one of the crucial levels, which is around the 123.50, 124 level. You'll notice that it's held this level, right just above this level right back in here. It touched this level right back in here, touched it here, well, it overshot a little bit and then came back above it here. It's now touching it here. So that area is a very important area because it's an overall area that's held for about the last 6 to 7 years. So that's how important that level is. There was the one overshoot that happened that took it down to about 118.50 or so, and then that level was of course hit back here, 7 or 8 years ago as well. So it was used as resistance there, support here, support here. So those are your two main levels to watch on the eurozone to the down for the euro on the downside. If it breaks that, of course, there is a downward channel here. It could hit the bottom of the channel line at roughly, let's see, about 112 there, but that is probably more unlikely. And when I say unlikely, well, we're starting to get a series of oversold readings, and usually when you get a cluster of those, at some point you get a big snapback. Cluster of them again here. Big snapback. So it doesn't have to be when they first start. Sometimes you can get a series of them, and we've gotten a series of them throughout this whole decline here. And each time we got one, there was a respective bounce higher. For some weeks that ended up being even a couple of months or so. At some points higher, and we are at one of those points right now where we're coming out of oversold condition right now, as the euro is in the 126s as of this filming. So I'm filming this before Greek elections. I want to make sure that is known, and so anything can happen on the Sunday after those elections. Either way, in the near term. But even once that's over with, you're still going to be want to be watching these three levels that I've identified. And so around the 123.50, 124 level, around the 118.50 level, and around the 112 level. Those are your three levels to watch to the downside, and those are the three levels where the euro dollar would likely get support and bounce. To the upside, it's hard for anybody to see a rally at some point right now, but believe it or not, at some point the euro rally will come, and we will likely see, the euro head to, the 137, 140 area once that finally does happen and we see that turnaround. And I know it's a day that's hard to see now, but when this was all happening, it was probably hard a day to see the day when this would happen. And when this was all sliding off for so long and the euro could do nothing but go down for months and months and months on end, it was probably hard to see the day that this happened as well. So just keep that in mind. That after long periods of decline, I mean, look at the upward trajectory here. So so don't lose sight of the fact that the euro can rally and the euro can go up, and that the euro does not have to always go down, because that's the mode of thinking that the media's got out there right now. So just be aware of that. Be ready, because if you're catching the euro rally when it's starting to turn around, you're going to catch a ton of people on the wrong side of the market, and the pop upward could be quite severe, which would work in your favor quite well as a euro buyer once it gets to that point. So just be mindful, be watching these levels and watch the levels of support and see how the pair deals with each level of support. And if it bounces off of it, it's to be bought. If it falls through it, it's to, can be shorted until we see it bounce to the next level. But be mindful that there will come a day where the euro rallies again and heads higher, and just be willing and open to that mentally, so that you're able to take that side of the trade when it comes. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.